All right, all right. The nighttime edition of The Morning After. We call that It's Morning Somewhere. Look, listen. Eddie Reynoso has come out and he told everyone publicly, Canelo Alvarez, we are not fighting Chris Eubank Jr. That's music to our ears. Listen, I want this to be understood. For Canelo Alvarez, for Eddie Reynoso, Team Canelo, to come out and respond to the fan base, the boxing fan base who don't like this whole fight and hearing the whole, preliminary conversations, negotiations between Canelo and Chris Eubank Jr., to hear the fan base say, no, we don't like it, and they respond and say it will never happen, like it's not true, and it will never happen. That's good to know because it communicates to the fan base that you're listening. And that is great. That is great for any business. That is great for any brand. When the consumer screams out, we don't like that, we don't want that, and you let them know at least that you're listening, all right? Now I want to say this to the fanboys out there. Fanboys, you don't have to defend, right? It's not a hate, right? So my short saying, we don't want Canelo versus Chris Eubank, y'all don't have to feel that we are hating Canelo. We don't want to pay for that fight. And we want to see Canelo in better fights. It's not hate to say that because that way you can have a situation like this where Eddie Reynoso respond and say, we're not going to have this fight. And that's good for your dollar. Money is hard to come by. A pay-per-view fight should be something worth your money. And as a consumer, you do have a voice. I'm not saying it's our voice that made them say, we're not going to do this, and it was ours, but I'm sure they were hearing murmurs all the way around. If not just the report itself being false, they had to respond to. But forget that. I'm just saying this. It is in your best interest as a paying customer to let any service or any product or any manufacturer of the service or product know that what you want and what you demand so they would know how to satisfy your dollar. That is not hating. That is being an adult. That is being a consumer. That is being someone who is aware of your own money and having pride in what you work for. Now that you are a consumer and you are paying for utility, which is happiness, right? So you go places to find maximum utility. When you go to a service or a product or a manufacturer or a boxer, right? Or anything like that, you go to them and say, hey, I would not exercise my buying power, my purchasing power for this, but I would for that. That's not hating. That's being an adult. All right. I really want you guys to understand that moving forward. Now, you guys know my announcement that I had 2 meetings today. They went extremely well, and I will be announcing some big things for this channel. And I want to say to the War Room, thank you so much for just giving so much of your support. And now boxing is giving back to you. I will be making the announcements very shortly. ShowBizz adult, I'm out.